AMPT. It's also known as the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, and the Screen Actors Guild, SAG. Once upon a time, the AMPT, all of the people that ran that organization, including some of the guys that ran studios way back when, like Jack Warner, Harry Cohn, Irving Thalberg, Alan Ladd, Lou Wasserman, those guys, they were bastards. They were hard guys, but they wanted to nurture this industry. They felt that actors were important to keeping this industry alive and healthy. And Screen Actors Guild had people who were celebrities, high-profile people who knew it was important to look out for the little guy. That's why the union was formed in the first place. So we kind of took care of one another. We built upon what we had. We preserved what we had. And right now, we're not even looking for the gains we deserve. We're trying to preserve what we've worked for all these years and to keep from going backwards. We're out here trying to save more than half of our income, which is made up of residuals, and half of our pension and health benefits. And a year and a half ago, the big guys, Peter Chernin of Fox, Bob Iger of Disney, Nick Counter, who was their mouthpiece for the AMPT, decided that they were going to eliminate residuals once and for all. They made the statement, it's quoted, there's a newspaper article in the New York Times by Michael Shipley, where they have stated clearly they are going to eliminate residuals in all the unions, and they want to get rid of the pension and health plans. And the other thing is that they say there are no more ancillary markets. There's one market. We need a new system. Well, so do we. We need a percentage of every dollar from $1. If they make money, we make money. If they lose money, we don't make any. We keep what we have. We get paid minimum amounts, and when we get a percentage of every dollar from $1, what we get paid up front, they discount from what comes downstream. When they get even, then we split with that fraction of every dollar in perpetuity, forever. That would eliminate all this labor strife. But in the meantime, we can't make all these changes today or tomorrow. We have to get together with all the other unions.
Tom Bauer, the busy character actor who portrayed Dr. Curtis Willard on the Waltons, and the janitor Marvin, who helps John McClane foil the terrorists at the airport in Die Hard 2, has died. He was 86. Bauer died on May 30th in his sleep at his home in Los Angeles, and his sister-in-law, Mary Miller, told The Hollywood Reporter. Bauer worked on John Cassavetes' directorial debut, Shadows, in 1957, and played one of the translators that makes a mess of things in the acclaimed western, The Ballad of Gregorio Cortez, in 1982, starring Edward James Olmos. He portrayed the father of the 37th U.S. President in Oliver Stone's Nixon of 1995, starring Anthony Hopkins, and the father of Nicolas Cage's Terence McDonagh in Werner Herzog's Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans of 2009. And he appeared for director Scott Cooper in The Crazy Heart of 2009, as the agent of Jeff Bridges' Bud Blake and Out of the Furnace of 2013, and for director Ed Harris in Pollock 2000 and Appaloosa of 2008. More recently, he played Bob Odenkirk's dad on the short-lived AMC series The Lucky Hank. After guest starring as the pilot Rex Baker on the Waltons' 4th season episode, The Wing Walker, in 1975, Bauer became a regular cast member in the following season when Kurt arrives in Walton's Mountain to replace Dr. Vance, alias Victor Izay. He hires Mary Ellen Walton, brackets, Judith Walton, to be his nurse, and the two quickly marry and eventually have a son. Bauer was written off of the Earl of Hamner, created by CBS series in 1978, when Kurt is apparently killed in the attack on Pearl Harbor. On a 1981 episode, however, Kurt shows up alive in Florida, only now he's played by Scott Hylands. In a 2022 interview with Norton, Bauer explained what happened behind the scenes. He said, "I asked for a very small raise, so they sent me to Pearl Harbor," he said with a laugh. Then when they decided to bring the character back, washed up on a show somewhere, which I didn't think was a great idea anyway, I asked for the same small raise. They just cast a different actor. Ralph Thomas Bauer was born in Denver on January 3rd in 1938. When he realized he wasn't good enough to be a professional baseball player, he came to New York and enrolled at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in 1956. I started acting with more of a purpose while still in high school, and I guess when I chose a senior play over my senior season of baseball, the die was cast, he said in 2012. Condolences to his family, friends, and fans. Rest in power, King.